These are the 3 steps you need to take if you want to find free seller leads. See you inside.
This is your host and real estate coach, Rafael Cortez. You are listening to the REI Wholesaling Podcast, where every week I bring you the real life case studies and strategies you need to level up your real estate wholesaling business. If you haven't done so yet, go to reiwholesaling.com. Again, that's reiwholesaling.com. Sign up and get free access to your Wholesaling 101 course. This free training teaches you step by step everything you need to close your next wholesale deal and start making big money now.
Fam, what's up? Welcome back to the Wholesaling Business Blueprint series, Wholesaling 101. Let's talk about new real estate wholesalers and sometimes the challenges that can come across, right? So if you're just starting to wholesale, you're looking for sellers, you're trying to find leads. It can be a little tough if you're not putting in a lot of money to start doing marketing and that sort of thing, or if you don't have a big infrastructure to get your deals going. But these are 3 things that you need to do right out of the gate if you're trying to find your first deal. You're trying to lock up your first deal, right? So again, it's either going to be a matter of putting money into your marketing or elbow grease. This one takes the elbow grease approach. So there's a little bit of work to be done, but it's a very, very cost-effective way to start talking to people right away, start finding and identifying sellers, which is one of the most important things, and actually get engaged and connected with those conversations, right? So to make this work, it's going to be very simple. You don't need a lot of stuff. You need 3 things, right? Number 1 is going to be a cell phone number. You're going to need a phone number to dial out from. You can either use your cell phone number or go through a online service like Google Voice or CallRail, one of those, right? The idea is that you need a phone number to reach out to sellers from. You can use your cell phone at the beginning if you have to. I don't recommend doing that in the long run, because you're searching for leads. So you want to have a business line, something that they can connect to. Anyways, at the beginning, if you have to use your cell phone, don't get caught up in the minutia of trying to figure out platforms and that kind of stuff. What we want is fast, massive action at the beginning, right? And it can be imperfect action. Imperfect action is okay. So you need a cell phone. You need to have at least 2 hours a day. And then you're going to need leads, right? You're going to need a list of leads. And I'm going to show you exactly how to find it and be cost effective, right? So meaning that you're not going to break the bank to do all these things. So now, before I lay it all down for you, make sure that you do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. You like it, you share it. Let me know if you have any questions, all right? Help me put out the message out there. Anytime you hit subscribe or you like it or you share the video, the algorithm is picked up and it helps us reach more people, which is what we need to do at the end of the day. So help me do that. And if you have any comments, any questions, make sure that you drop them here at the bottom of the video. So now, without further ado, what are the 3 things that you need to do to find sellers and get your first deal fast? Number 1, you're going to find an investor-friendly title company, okay? Now, investor-friendly title company, that's the key word, investor-friendly. Not all title companies or closing agencies or attorneys are investor-friendly, right? Sometimes they have no idea what wholesaling is. Sometimes they don't understand the process, so they'll push it away and they're not able to do double closings or assignment agreements, any of the stuff that we need to do on the back of the deal to actually get paid on it, right? So make sure that you find an investor-friendly title company, and I have videos on that. So if you go back through the YouTube channel, you're going to find a lot of videos on that kind of stuff. That's number 1, right? Investor-friendly title company. And you're going to talk to the rep, the marketing rep, not the escrow officer or the closing attorney. You want to talk to the person who's in charge of marketing for that title company, okay? They have people who are dedicated to actually looking for new clients, right? People to bring them deals. You're going to talk to that person, the marketing rep, and you're going to ask them to put you on a drip campaign for leads, okay? This is exactly what you're going to be asking for. So you're going to ask them to put you on a drip campaign for pre-foreclosure leads that they get, any 60-day lates, which are 2 of the hottest lists, and then, of course, any absentee owner list. The absentee owner list is going to be a lot broader, a lot bigger, but you still want to be put on a list like that. So what's going to happen is that they're going to start sending you emails with all these lists. So anytime somebody jumps into pre-foreclosure, you're going to get an updated list of that group of people. Okay, so now you have a targeted audience of people that you can reach out to and then find out if they want to sell the house, if there's a problem that they have that you can come in and solve, right? So number 1, you're going to be reaching out to title companies and you're going to ask them to put you on a drip campaign for these lists. Step number 2, you have to screen the list, right? We can't go around like crazy people just hitting everybody that's on a list that's got 60,000 people in it. All right, so you're gonna screen the lists, and you're gonna try and pick out the ones that have equity in them. Usually they will have a column in there, and they'll tell you, they'll let you know, like this property may have 20% equity, 40% equity, 50% equity. But you have that conversation with the marketing rep, right? And you let the marketing rep know that you're working on marketing campaigns, so you want to bring those deals to them, right? So it's got to be a win-win. But you're going to screen the list. The most important thing to make sure that you have in there is a good amount of equity, right? Because we don't want to mess with creative financing stuff and all that stuff. All that stuff is great and it's good, but it's more advanced, right? At the beginning, we just want to focus on finding equity properties that we can come in, get under contract, and sell that for a profit, okay? Sell that for an assignment fee. So screen the list. Make sure that you have, properties in there that have, at least 30% equity, 40% equity in there. So what's going to happen is that your list is going to get significantly smaller. You're going to go from maybe a list of 10,000 people to a list of, 4,000, 5,000, depending on what area you're in, right? And again, the quality of the lists and the numbers that are going to come with those lists, if they have numbers attached, sometimes they do, it's going to depend on the availability of public records, right? So there's a few variables in there, but still you want to tap into these title agencies because they have massive resources. These people have big pockets, right? At the beginning, when we're launching, money and marketing budgets may be a challenge, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't be resourceful and tap into somebody else's pocket for that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, the work that we're doing, it's gonna, land in their desks. So it's a win-win, right? So leverage that, be resourceful, leverage that, and then start screening your list. That's gonna be step 2, okay? Again, you don't wanna go around like a crazy person hitting everybody without having a somewhat of a plan in place. Now, after you screen the list, you're gonna go to step 3, okay? And this is, a couple of things happen here. Either you can skip trace the list, through a service like batchskiptracing.com. If you go there, use the code CEO, they'll give you a discount. It's the best quality data out there. You want to have good, decent quality, right? At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So if you get a free list, just understand that a lot of those numbers are going to be outdated. It's a good place to start and get your feet wet with those conversations. But the results may not be as good as when you actually come in and then skip trace the list. All right. So if you have a little bit of a budget, you do skip tracing like that. Now, if you do skip tracing, you can go ahead and call them. And now that's where you start, dialing out, just going through that list of equity properties, which are pre-foreclosures, 60-day late properties or absentee owners, and, find out if they have a problem that you can come in and solve as a wholesaler. So try to negotiate the contract. And again, I have videos inside the channel that give you a breakdown on how to negotiate and the basics of what you need to focus on. Now, that's one, right? You can come in and then skip trace the list and then take that process. Or you can take the addresses of the stuff that you have equity on, pick 25 of them, and then start mapping it out. So map out an area that you want to hit. I would recommend hitting at least 25 properties on a daily basis, all right? And this is what's happening now. You're driving for profits. So it's a simple process. It's not for the faint of heart. Sometimes you do get to speak to sellers or prospects, right, or leads right there in their front door, and the conversations can be they may not be the most pleasant conversations sometimes because most people are going to reject, right? We're looking for a very small percentage of sellers out there that we're actually going to do business with. So anywhere from 3 to 5% of the people who want to sell are actually going to sell to us. So it's a very small pocket, but the deals are out there. Anyways, driving for dollars, you can come in. One thing I would recommend doing if you're driving for dollars is put your list together, make a route of 25 homes that you want to hit on a daily basis, and then do a stack of Post-its. If you get to a house and you knock, there's nobody there, you can't have a conversation, leave a Post-it note on the door and with your name, something super simple. It doesn't have to be this elaborate, letter saying, what your offer is and all that stuff. It's like, hey, this is John, sorry I missed you. Please give me a call back, and then your cell phone number. More than likely, somebody sees that on the door, handwritten, they're going to give you a call back, and then you can take your shot, right? Then you can tell them, hey, yeah, listen, I was driving around the neighborhood and I'm looking for properties. It looks like your property fits the buy box, and I wanted to see if you were interested in an offer. So that's how you work the list, right? So Remember, number three, you're gonna skip trace it and call them, or do driving for dollars, all right? Depending on which one is the one you prefer. If you're calling, I would highly recommend skip tracing those lists through batch skip tracing, because the quality of the data is gonna be a lot higher. So your time is gonna go a lot further, okay? Again, you can get phone numbers from title agencies sometimes, but it doesn't mean they're gonna be the most accurate. Sometimes they're just outdated. It's the number that was there, 10 years ago, and that sort of thing. So you'll see that if you have, low quality data coming in. Batch skip tracing provides some of the best data out there, so they're a really good resource. All right, so keep this process going. Stay with it. Be consistent with it, right? And then the next thing that's left is just connecting with them. Actually having that conversation, finding out if there's a problem that you can come in and solve, and get that deal under contract. I am telling you, if you come in with a solution-based mentality and you give this process enough time to work, you put in the work, you spend 2 hours a day building your wholesale business, you're gonna end up with deals. That's just how it works. It's a matter of when, not a matter of if, right? So keep that in mind. Now, if you wanna get serious about wholesaling, go to reiwholesaling.com, download the Wholesaling Business Blueprint PDF, and it's a whole layout of what a wholesaling business should have in it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, these are 3 very simple things that you can do to start generating leads right now at a very cost-effective rate, and start having those conversations and finding wholesale deals out there for you to make money on. Stay focused. You got this.
Fam, thank you for listening. Every week I bring you the real, the raw, the mindset, the case studies, and the strategies you need to build your own successful real estate wholesaling business. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't miss out on real life experience and information that can make you millions. It's time to join the ranks of successful wholesalers and take advantage of one of the biggest opportunities that we have in our lifetime to generate wealth. So go to reiwholesaling.com. Head over to my website, again, that's reiwholesaling.com, and learn how to make big profits, make big money by finding, negotiating, and closing wholesale deals from your own backyard. You've heard the stories, seen the case studies, stop thinking about it, it's time to write your own. Again, head over to reiwholesaling.com, click on coaching program, book a discovery call, have a conversation with my team, and you might get an invitation to join hundreds of students throughout the country who are leveling up on a daily basis. The writing is on the wall. Hustle is a season. It's not a business strategy. Take action, start building a sustainable and scalable real estate wholesaling business, and join the coaching program today. I will catch you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon. Stay focused. You got this.